Welcome to Desert Life with Maria. I'm Maria DeRosa, and today we're going to be talking about a culinary gem, pepitas. Yes, from the pumpkin. I'm sure a lot of you carve a lot of these babies, but the best part of the pumpkin is the pepita, the actual seed from inside. Well, what does that look like? Let's give you a little handful that you can see. These are raw pepitas. The name comes from the jargon in the Latin culture, pumpkin seeds. Actually, when you carve a pumpkin, it's kind of orangey and white. This green texture here actually happens in the raw state after it's been dried, and that's what we're going to be using today. But first, let's talk a little bit about pepitas and the story. So I grew up carving a lot of pumpkins during the fall, using the insides as squash, baked, pies, but my nana used the seeds to make pepitas. And today's recipe, I have to actually give credit to one of my favorite mentors, Rachael Ray, and I've tweaked it a little bit, but her recipe is easy breezy, which I love, and you're gonna love too. So why are pumpkin seeds good for you? And what benefits do they have? I'm all about the number 3, so I'm gonna give you the 3 top ones that I think are fabulous. Number 1 is that they are extremely rich in fiber. Yes, eating these as a snack, which we're gonna do a little snack here, has a lot of vitamin K, iron, and magnesium. All things that any healthy aging individual wants. Number 2, they're an anti-inflammatory, and studies have been shown that they help with arthritis. So eating these during the fall months when it's a little bit chillier and arthritis seems to flare up for some people, what a benefit. And lastly, okay, there's an amino acid, and I'm going to look at this because I had to write it down how to pronounce it correctly. Tryptophan. Tryptophan is in this pumpkin seed, and another scientific study has been done since 1990 that shows that eating just a handful of these guys, we're going to get to the snack in just a second, helps you sleep. So let's get to the recipe. What do we use? Simple, easy breezy. Okay, a little bowl here, you guys, easy. 2 of my favorite utensils, my whisk and my spatula. So what am I going to start off with? I am going to put in 2 egg whites into this bowl. So egg whites are good for you. We've got 2 cups of my raw pumpkin seeds. I have not bought a pumpkin yet, so I went and got raw ones from Trader Joe's. This bag was about $7. Then we're gonna have 3 ingredients. So if the cameraman can kind of zero in, I'm gonna show you what 3 ingredients that are gonna be used here. We're gonna use erythinol. I can never pronounce this little guy, so you guys figure it out. Why is this so important? This is a natural sugar that is made from vegetables, corn, some forms of yeast. It's a natural carb that our body needs, and the yeast is then dried, and it's a sugar substitute that's a lot better for you than regular sugar with 0 calories. So I love that, and it's great with baking, keto friendly. So I put a teaspoon of that in this little bowl, then a teaspoon of cayenne pepper, a teaspoon of cinnamon, and I love pink salt. So in the original recipe, it was regular salt, but I think sea salt, and this one's a pink one, Himalayan. So now I'm mixing all those together, and these 3 spices, actually you can vary depending on your taste. After you've made a batch, you can say, maybe I want more sea salt. Maybe I want a little bit more cinnamon. Okay, so what are we doing next? We are taking our whisk and we are literally whisking our whites up a little bit. This is going to be the binder. So we don't have to make them white or fluffy. We're just going to kind of get them going so that they're almost bubbly in texture. Now I'm going to add the seasoning to this, and we're going to whisk some more. So we're going to whisk that around in here, get the sides, so it almost becomes like a little light gravy in appearance. Another thing that we'll be talking about this fall, different types of sauces for your turkey. Okay, so now we've got our seasoning here, and we're lightly going to put this in. This is where our spatula comes in, and we're going to coat our pumpkin seeds. So maybe the cameraman can come in and take a look at how these are getting coated. See how the egg white is now a binder? It almost acts like a syrup, but instead of having all the additional sugar of honey or of a syrup, we're using our egg whites. And the sweetness is more than enough from our sugar substitute and the cinnamon. And the sea salt, the Himalayan one, ooh, it adds such a nice texture and flavor profile. So now that this has been mixed, we're going to take a piece of parchment paper, move my little whisk and my goodies here. Parchment paper, I always like to have a little sideline so I can just lift it off. Parchment paper is great for sticky projects because not only does it help with the baking coming out a little bit more even, but it prevents your pans from getting too sticky. So now I'm going to spread it apart like this and get enough around so that it gets nicely baked. Your oven is going to be at 350. You're not going to put it on a roasting cycle. It's going to be on a baking cycle. So 350. I'm going to spread this out a little bit more. And this is going into the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. So we'll put that in. After 15 minutes, you're going to want to check them, stir them around on the parchment paper again, and put them back in the oven for another 5 minutes. So total baking time, 20. Total prepare time, what? We did less than 5 minutes here once you have your ingredients all put together. How fun. A snack that you're going to enjoy. What do they look like? Now remember, one handful before you go to bed at night to munch on helps you sleep. You can munch on this throughout the day because 2 or 3 snacks in between your meals are good, and that would be a nice addition to your diet that's going to help. So what do they look like when they're done? Voila! You'll notice that they got coated. They've got like a little almost skin of crunchiness on the outside. And the flavor profile is amazing between the cayenne pepper and the sea salt. Oh! Now, I have also experimented by taking 1 egg white and 1 tablespoon of honey. And that also adds a little bit of difference in terms of the culinary taste. So you can kind of experiment a little bit. How easy is this? This is a great enough snack for, well, depending on how much you're going to eat, a good couple of days. So go get healthy, go enjoy fall. This is the perfect time to carve pumpkins, make your own, or if you're a little bit lazy, buy them at Trader Joe's. Let me know in the comments below anything else that you would like to know about besides turkey sauces. I've got muffins. People have been asking me for recipes. Also check out Desert Life with Maria, the YouTube. You'll see a lot of them already posted. See you in 2 weeks on Desert Life with Maria. Bye.